What's up, gamers? So I've had a few days to soak in E3, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Nintendo in particular, who I think took the show hands down, and I'll tell you why I think that. Just a lot of really good stuff being shown this year, and it's worth mentioning. I know you all have your opinions too, so feel free to throw them down there in the comments. Let's start off with Nintendo, and well, first of all, let me just say motion control. Sony and Microsoft said Nintendo was crazy, it would never work. I remember hearing the words suicide mission. I heard all the death of Nintendo comments. Hardcore gamers scorned the Wii and said that Microsoft and Sony were better because they would never stoop so low as to use a gimmicky motion control, and no one wants to waggle their arms around when they play games. That was 4 years ago. Fast forward to E310, Sony and Microsoft spend all their time talking about Connect and Move. Nintendo has effectively owned the 7th generation of gaming. They've sold nearly 202 million consoles between the DS and the Wii. 72 million of those are just Wii sales, leaving Sony and Microsoft scrambling for second place. And to top it off, Nintendo walks away with this show in their pocket. They announced some really good titles. Zelda Skyward Sword, Kirby Epic Yarn, Donkey Kong Country, Metroid Other M, Golden Sun Dark Dawn, Epic Mickey, and lastly, my personal favorite Nintendo game announcement this E3, GoldenEye. That looks outstanding, and if you don't think so, I don't know what's wrong with you. And how about the 3DS? Looks fantastic. 3D without glasses or headaches. Great lineup of games to play on it, including one of my all-time favorites, Resident Evil, as well as Kid Icarus, Uprising, Assassin's Creed, Metal Gear Solid, Kingdom Hearts, Dead or Alive, Street Fighter, Saints Row, and Nintendogs and Cats. It's a great lineup, and all those are in development. They're even saying the 3DS has the ability to render movies in 3D. Yeah. Anyone who doesn't see just the epic ownage of Nintendo showing this year is either deaf, dumb, and blind, or in complete denial. I'm going to say it now because no one else likes to admit it. Nintendo is the true innovator in the video game industry. They have no fear. And from the Wii to the DS 3D this gen, not only have they proven this to be true, but they've proven that it pays off. And those of you who want to rip on Nintendo and say, oh, they don't come up with any new IPs, and trying to say their announcements were just more of the same old characters and over and over, let me mention this. When you look at some of the best titles coming out this year, you get Dead Space 2, Portal 2, Assassin's Creed, Brotherhood, Mafia 2, Twisted Metal, Killzone 3, Gran Turismo 5, Infamous 2, Big Planet 2, Halo Reach, Gears 3, Fables 3, Rock Band 3, Metal Gear Rising, God of War, Ghost of Sparta. What do all these games have in common? They're all sequels. Let's face it, Nintendo has been making home game consoles since they got the distribution rights to the Odyssey in Japan back in 1975. They've been making their own game consoles since the Famicom launched in Japan in 1983. We're talking 35 years. They've been making hardware. Microsoft and Sony have less than half that time on the market. You have to ask yourself, when they've been in the game for 35 years, do you think they're going to abandon the franchises that have made them who they are? Not a chance. That's how it is. That's how it works. So leave that excuse at the door. Nintendo is kicking ass, and they haven't even bothered taking names. Now, I'm not saying who did better between Microsoft and Sony, because someone will eventually call me a fanboy, and I just don't want to hear it. So let me say this. This gen, I am a 360 guy. I own all three, but the 360 is the console I play the most. And I have no problem saying that. I also have no problem saying Nintendo just spanked Microsoft. So I hope other gamers can be as objective. So next I'll talk about Microsoft. Connect. I saw a few interesting things. The most interesting of all was the media functionality. Xbox, play movie. I like that. I like waving at it, it knows who I am, and it signs me in. That's cool. But other than that, I'm not that all into it. I'm not going to be doing Zumba or Your Shape anytime soon. I need to see more games dedicated toward my gaming preferences before I show any true interest in it. And I think a lot of gamers will feel that way. And for 150 bucks, that's a hard sell. I was happy to see Gears 3, Fable 3, Reach, and the lack of any real significant new IPs outside of Kingdom by Crytek was pretty disappointing. I'd like to mention that Crytek bought Free Radical last year, so the only announcement I want from them is Time Splitters 4. Until then, they have nothing at all to say that I want to hear. And if anyone from Crytek is listening or watching, I hope they take note of that. Let's see, the new Slim 360 is great. Looks cool as hell. Runs quiet, built-in Wi-Fi. Nice console overall, but I'm not that keen on the internal hard drive. I take my hard drive from console to console, from home to work, and I do it every day. That's the feature I always really enjoyed. So I probably won't be getting the new one. That said, it's a sexy beast. I love the new look, and I think with the upgrades and the $299 price tag, it's going to be a real winner this holiday season. ESPN on 360. I'm not a sports fan, but for all those who do like sports, it's free for you if you have Xbox Live Gold, and I guess that's pretty cool for you guys, so congratulations. Let's see, the bad. Connectimals. What the? Connect Sports. Wii style shovelware coming out on the 360, okay? And that's just what it is. Oh man, how about that annoying little girl playing with the tiger in Cirque du Soleil? Really? What the hell? I don't know. That's really kind of embarrassing, if nothing else, so sorry. Now Sony, Move. Yep, more motion control. And it has buttons. That's the pitch. It has buttons. Looks like Sony's just trying to market the Wii HD before Nintendo does. They showed Sorcery with Move and a round of Tiger Woods 11 that proved without question that I'd rather play golf with a controller, and that includes on the Wii. As for price, we're looking at $50 for the motion controller, another $30 for the navigation controller, and if you don't already have the Eye, that's another 40 bucks. But I figure they gotta bundle it all together for 100 bucks. If not, they should. Some good exclusive game announcements. Most of it was old news, though. We already knew about Gran Turismo 5. We knew Killzone 3 was coming out, Infamous 2, Little Big Planet 2. It was all stuff we expected. There was Heroes on the Move. That didn't do much for me, but we'll see. The only real surprise for me was Twisted Metal. That'll probably be great. I've been looking forward to something to live up to Twisted Metal 2 for ages now, so this one seems like it'll do the trick, and that's pretty exciting. Overall, I'd have to say I'd have liked a couple more surprises. There was 3D gaming, and that may be pretty cool, but without actually getting my hands on it and trying it out myself, I just don't know. I worry about the headache factor. I don't want playing my PS3 to be like 30 minutes playing the Virtual Boy, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen. And before you all tell me it won't and it's all different, look, you know you had a headache after Avatar. So I don't know what you think 5 hours of Killzone 3 is going to feel like. To me, it seems like a splitting headache waiting to happen. So, hey, we'll see. I'm going to reserve judgment. Then there was information on PlayStation Plus. Well, what can I say? At least 360 fans will no longer have to hear how horrible Microsoft is for charging for their premium online service. The bad. Man, let me tell you, that gamer speech of propaganda. Next time, please, worry less about trying to identify with us, the gamers, and bashing Microsoft and Nintendo, and take that time to show me footage of Last Guardian. Easily my most anticipated title, the one I was looking forward most to seeing, and it was completely left out. What the hell? Team Ico made arguably the best 2 games on the PS2. And they've been working on this title for a good while now, and not a word was uttered. That's messed up. Oh, and what's up with Marcus PSP? Did this kid win a contest or something? Get that dumbass kid off the screen and show me some games. It's not funny, it's not clever, and I'm not here for that. It put me off more than anything. So, that's that. With all things considered, I think Nintendo easily had the best showing this year. Meanwhile, Sony and Microsoft are bringing up the rear and neck with an idea they both dismissed as ridiculous just 4 years ago. While Nintendo is on a new innovation with the 3DS and a great lineup of new games that they can concentrate on more than worrying about motion control that they implemented from day one this gen. Now, don't get me wrong, Move and Kinect will sell. There's no question of that. And yes, they've both taken the next step in motion control, but they weren't enough to wow me to the point of forgetting that they occupied way too much time concentrating on what were fairly lackluster displays of the newest Wii Sports and Wii Fit redos. They had some great titles to show, a few oohs and ahs, but to call it anything more than cool would be an overstatement. And that's my view on E3 this year. So I hope you guys leave some good comments. I know I'm going to get bashed for a lot of this, but I'm ready for that. That's why I put myself out here. Let me also mention we've topped I think 6,400 subscribers now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me give a shout out real quick to See You Lookin'. I want everyone to check out his channel. I'll throw a link up here. And cool guy Tony. I've known him for years, and you should subscribe. He's a good guy, knows what he's talking about, and he's worth checking out. Let me also throw a shout out to the Video Game Lab. Throw another link up for him. Kid's really trying to come up and do his thing, and I think it's really cool. So that's it for now. Add me on Facebook on the L1 Games small business page, and that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta open up the store. I'm actually running late. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.